Well, a very good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us today. My name's Graham, and I'm going to be live streaming the game today between St Austell and Marlborough. First time ever, I believe, these two sides have met in their history. Marlborough, of course, from up there in Wiltshire, have travelled all the way down to Cornwall today, and as you can see from the crowd on the far side, they've been made very welcome indeed. It's the second round of the Papa John's Cup. They play 4 teams play each other, and the winner of that group then goes through to play in a semi-final against another division, which is probably from the London area, and the winner of that semi-final gets to play in the final against the equal sides from the north of England at Twickenham. So that's what's at stake here today. Both the teams have won their first round games, and the winner today will be in the driving seat, I think it's fair to say, to make the semi-final, which will be 2 weeks after the final game next weekend. Big welcome to everybody, particularly to those of you up in Marlborough watching. Thank you very much for joining us. It's a shame you can't be here today. It's an absolutely gorgeous day here in Cornwall. As you know, the sun always shines here. Well, almost. And even if you couldn't make it, I can see there's quite a large contingent come on the coach. It's lovely to see people outside in t-shirts, enjoying the weather, and looking forward to what promises to be, I think it's fair to say, an absolute cracker. Special welcome to Titch and Rianne. The reason that pitch out there looks so damn good is because Titch works on it like a Trojan, and he's off sunning himself in Thailand with the better half, of course. So welcome to you guys. I hope you managed to sort out the technical stuff. What I'm going to do today is very briefly, in a few moments' time, I'm going to go through the teams for the day. Then I'm going to show you a bit of their record, and then finally, just before kick-off, we'll go through the teams again. And kick-off is due, of course, at 3 o'clock, which is about 17 minutes away. And as you can see down to my right, there's the Marlborough boys getting warmed up in their distinctive all black and gold colours. And St Austell will be playing in their traditional red, black and white. And if I move across that way, you'll see the St Austell boys, the home side. Captained today by skipper for the first time, I think, this year, Mark Vine. You can't miss him, he's about 6'10", the Goran Lighthouse. Well, 6'5". I'll just say at this point that it is just me, if you're listening. It is just me today, so I am cameraman, commentator, chief engineer, sound engineer, cable gaffer and T-boy. So anything goes wrong, it's my fault. I'll do my very best not to be the case. But if it does, if for any reason we lose the stream or the feed in some way, then what I do is I always record the game as well. So if I should lose you, then if you check out YouTube tomorrow, the same St Austell YouTube channel, then the highlights of the game will be on there, and not long after that I try and get the whole game on as well. So even if I don't make it to the end, and I'm hopeful it should be okay, 9 times out of 10 it's good, be aware that there will be a recording of the match which is coming after that in higher definition as well. And if you wish to, obviously on the YouTube channel you can comment. Please keep it polite. I know you will. Keep it polite. From all over the world, please do so. I know we've got people from USA and Australia watching today, so it's lovely for you to join us, and anything you want to add, please do so. And if you'd like to subscribe, then there's no money involved in all of this. It's just me a way of being informed of when the next games are, and you get that automatically. So all the 250 or so are subscribed, everybody, thank you. If you want to do so, that's great. And before we go through the team sheet, I just want to apologise a little bit. I didn't see the Marlborough side until this morning. It takes some learning of names, and if I get any of them wrong, my apologies. I don't know the players very well, so during the game, if I call them by the wrong name, please be patient. I'll do the best I can. Right, let's have a quick look at the team sheet. St Austell today, front row is led by Dan Jobe, former captain Miles Davey and Charlie Nicholson. I think probably probably the most consistent 3 of the whole side this season. Been playing very well indeed. Second row, lovely to see young Joe Maundron there. I'm not sure how old Joe is. He might be 20, could be 19 now. He's one of the most improved players in the squad. Lovely to see him get a chance in the absence, of course, of Rob Jeffs, who received a red card in the last game for a high tackle. Very sad, of course. Love to see Rob out today, and I know he'll be in the crowd. Joining the second row by skipper Mark Vine. Back row is Rory Jago, Cam Taylor, and of course the player coach Carl Marriott. In the backs, CJ Boyce plays 9. CJ, of course, recently informed that he'll be playing for the full Cornwall squad in the county championship coming up, which is good news, as is Matt Shepherd, who's playing at 10 today. On the wings, left wings, Fraser Nottle. On the right wing, Connery Woods, and in the centres, Ben Plummer, who is vice-captain today, and Sam Parsons, with Max Bullen back from having the flu, I believe, at full-back. And on the bench today, Matt Boothby, Hector Bright and Archie Bees. Apologies for the slight overlap with the PA system. It's the other side of the pitch, as you can see, but you can hear it. So, briefly, the Marlborough side today. In the front row, Simon Pilkington on the tight, Solomone Aniseko is hooker, Lemeki Moala is the other prop. In the second row, Henry Webster and Oscar Tamani. We're in the back row with Arthur Allen, Ollie Spanswick, who is the team and club captain, playing open side today, and Jack Lind is number 8. In the backs, James Clancy is scrum half, Viliami Hakalo is at 10, Akariva Seruvatu is on the left wing, and Ben Fulton, who's also vice-captain, on the right wing. In the centres, Laketi Manu and Joe Pittams, and in full-back today is Weir Filiki Tonga. On the bench for Marlborough today, Kieran Brown, Dom Rockamakisa and Callum Hunt. And once again, I do apologise if I got pronunciation wrong of any of those players. So we'll have a look a little bit later at the side again. And just before that, let's have a quick look at the league record of both of these sides, because quite frankly, it's pretty remarkable. They both, of course, have been promoted from their league to the Southwest One, the Southwest One League, and I'm not sure how it works with Marlborough, whether they go into the parallel league because of course they're from much further east in the country. So, quick look at that. If you look at St Austell, you can see that St Austell played 22. They won 20 of their games, losing 2. One away game early in the season to Sidmouth and late in the season to Crediton. They scored 1,043 points and conceded 252. The points difference was 791. They got 19 try bonus points, 1 losing bonus point, and 100 points amassed for the season. Now, if you look lower down for Marlborough, they won 22, all of their games, 22. They scored 1,004 points over the season, so something like 39 less than St Austell, but they conceded considerably less, at 184. So their points difference is, about 30 or so, 39 better at 820. 20 try bonus points, no, because they didn't lose any, obviously, and amassed 110 points, which is the maximum possible throughout the league. So quite remarkable, really. The only significant difference with the two teams is that St Austell did lose 2 away games, and Marlborough did not, although their points, the score is fairly similar, probably an average of getting on for 50 points a game score, which is quite remarkable. So 2 very successful on-form teams here today. Referee today is, you can just see him in the distance over there, wearing a blue shirt and pink shorts. That's Rob Lowe from the Cornwall Referees, the CRFU, Cornwall Referees Football Union, CRFU. Sorry, that's the wrong one. It's CRFFU. And over on the far side, you can just about see, if I zoom in a little bit, you can just about see the visiting coaches from Marlborough. They're coached by the chair of rugby is Elise Wodipola, who first played for Tonga in 1990, went on to play in 2 World Cups in 95 and 99, and he's been, of course, involved in the club for some time now. He's his uncle to the England boys, to Billy and Mako Wodipola. So nice to see, it's lovely to see sort of rugby royalty here at Tregorrick Park today. How privileged are we? And I know, speaking to Steve earlier on, he was absolutely delighted to meet him. I'm not sure if their other coach, whose first name I think he pronounces Taufa'au Felice, who of course also played for Tonga 17 times, and he was a regular with Cardiff before retiring a few years ago. Probably because he'll be playing today. Kick-off due at 3 o'clock. I make it about 10:02. So what I'll do is I'll leave you with a few shots of the players warming up, and just before kick-off, I tend to start fairly early in case there are any technical issues, but just before kick-off we'll go through the sides again. There, of course, the St Austell team. That's on the right hand side there with the ball under his arm, wearing his baseball cap back to front. That's Paul Hayes, the St Austell's club chairman, and there's Steve Murley just walking to shot from the right. He, of course, is director of rugby here at St Austell, working very closely with the coaching team of Carl Marriott, who's the one on the left talking at the moment, Matt Shepherd, who coaches the backs, Miles Davey, who assists with the coaching the forwards, and Chris Ashwin. But not Chris Ashwin, sadly, very sadly, was injured at Wellington with a serious hamstring injury. Is not available to play for the rest of the season. I'm sure Chris will be around in the crowd somewhere. If not, he'll be watching at home.
As they stand. Very early apologies to anyone in the Marlborough team whose pronunciation a bit wrong.
As you can see, a lot of people in the crowd here. My guess is because there's a pre-match lunch as well, they're going to be in the region of 400 or 500 people, maybe even more here today. There are a few around the ground as well. Most of them are still in the clubhouse, but those who are outside, as you can see, some enjoying the sunshine just in t-shirts. And on that side are some of the visiting supporters and officials, I believe, all the way from Marlborough. Lovely to see them here. And I'm sure they're looking forward to this as much as we all are. There's Roger French in the background there, who of course is St Austell Club President, as long as I can remember. So I'll leave you with those pictures and I'll cut the sound just for a few moments because they're making announcements from the club PA. Right, welcome back. It's about 5-2, so the sides will be coming out. They've done their warm-up sessions. They'll be coming out in a few moments' time. So what I think we'll do is briefly go through the sides. There's one of the touch judges, assistant referees, they're called nowadays. That's Mike from St Austell. Mike Chantry, who's been, I think he's been doing that job for I don't know how long, but what a star he is. Right. Very briefly, let's have a quick look again at the teams. Right, for St Austell, a front row of Dan Jobe, Miles Davey, of course, who was St Austell skipper for, I can't remember, 7 seasons, and Charlie Nicholson make up the front row. Joe Maunder and Mark Vine, skipper today in the second row. Mark, of course, has been the key line-out forward, I think it's fair to say, not just around the park, but key line-out forward throughout the season. He's been the main source of possession in the line-out. Back row of Rory Jago, who's probably cemented his place there. He'd been real competition with him. And Rob Jeffs, Cam Taylor and Carl Marriott. And as you can see, the Marlborough boys are coming onto the pitch. It looks to me like they're going to be playing left to right, and there is a slight breeze blowing left to right. Not a great deal, to be honest. Continuing in the backs for St Austell, CJ Boyce plays 9, Matt Shepherd's 10. On the wings, Fraser Nottle and Conor Woodsey, with Ben Plummer vice captain and Sam Parsons in the centre, and Max Bullen returns after illness. On the back bench today, Matt Boothby covers the front row, Hector Bright, well, pretty much anywhere Hector, and Archie Bees, a lovely talented young man as well. Probably a little bit unfortunate not to be selected today, I thought, as in starting 15, but he'll be on playing the part. There they are, Saints boys coming on, led by Mark Vine. And briefly, Marlborough team today: Simon Pilkinson, Solomone Anaseko, Lemake Mawala make up the front row, Henry Webster and Oscar Kamani in the engine room, the back row of Arthur Allen, Ollie Spanswick, who's skipper today, and Jack Lind. Back 9 is James Clancy, 10 Viliami Akalo, 11 is Akariva Seravatu on the left wing, with Ben Fulton on the right wing. In the centres, Lakati Manu and Joe Pittams, with Weir Filikitonga playing fullback today. And on the bench, Kieran Brown, Dom Bromakisa and Callum Hunt. So there we go, ready to kick off. Matt Shepherd will be kicking off right to left as we look. We're all looking forward to this one. And he kicks too long, so they'll go back for the first scrummage of the game. I think Matt's probably just misjudged the breeze slightly there. It is swirling round a bit. It's probably very slightly left to right as we look. You can see the flags up there hardly moving, but this side of the pitch they certainly are. So here's the key area of the game, an area that St Austell will hope to do well in. Well, both sides will, of course. Front rows: Dan Joe, Miles Davey and Charlie Nicholson, against Simon Pilkinson, Solomone Aniseko and Lemeki Mawala. There they are, with James Clancy to put the ball in for the first time. No particular advantage either way there. James Clancy comes away with it and decides to put it into the corner. That's a good move. As you can see, I don't really have perfect view of that corner, and just occasionally I might have to do that a bit. But I'll do my best to keep as much of the shot in view as you can. So the first line of the game, Miles Davey to throw in. He goes early to Mark Vine, skipper, and Marlborough get a bit of a drive on. CJ Boyce hefts to touch, and the referee says no advantage coming, and the backs are offside there, so we'll bring them back for the first penalty of the game. So within the first 2 minutes we've had scrummage, line out, penalty. There's Matt Shepherd, St Austell leading point scorer this season, scored 32 tries and over 400 points in total, and he gives that some clog. There's Cam Taylor. Finds Sam Parsons on the charge. Well tackled though. You can see that man is about 2 miles offside. The referee said play on. Yeah, not rolling away. You can see it from here straight away. Although he's protesting his innocence, as you would. Matt Shepard kicks long, but it's taken very well on the far side there by Seravatu. Over his shoulder, and the referee brings him back because no advantage came. So St Austell will have a penalty on the halfway line. Once again, Matt Shepard does most of the kicking for St Austell. We're in 20 today, playing at fly half. So, 2 times, Miles Davey has found Mark Vine. Is he going for the third? No, he's not. He's gone over the top to Joe Maunder. Takes it cleanly, but there's a lovely rock fall there. Miles Davey hit very hard there by Lameki Mawala. Kicks wide, taken by Fraser Nottle. He's got one man to beat, and he's in for the first goal of the game. Just the start St Austell wanted. And you can hear from the crowd a bit of delight there. Unfortunately, I don't have the advantage or the luxury of instant replay, but you will be able to see the highlights on YouTube tomorrow, and that one you can be fairly sure will be played back again. So Matt Shepard from wide on the right, against the breeze, looking to add 2 to Fraser Nottle, who scored really in the 3rd minute of play. So Matt Shepard has got his kicking boots on. Let's go up. So Billy Army Hakalo to restart. Here goes long. And as you can see, Matt Shepard just let the ball run dead. And they'll bring him back for a scrum on halfway. Often the case, travelling side, sometimes can be caught away, especially if they just got off the coach. But I do know that Marlborough came down last night prepared for this game. They've been out early. It looked very, very sharp warming up, but they've succumbed to an early try, but it's only 4 minutes gone. So scrum with CJ Boyce to put in. That's a very good scrum from Marlborough. Really got it going forward. Sam Parsons through a hole, but he's well tackled. Joe Maunder, first chance he's had to have a run. It looks like he may have. No, CJ Boyce. Oh, you can see the referee's indicating some foul play, and it looks like someone's going to get a yellow card here. Referee's talking to Dan Jobe, and I think he's saying high tackle. Yellow card for Dan. I might be wrong here, but I'm just guessing that's his first of the season. And knowing Dan, there'll be no intent in that. It was one of those things. Nobody was injured, which is good news. That means, of course, that they'll have to replace him in the front row. And Viliami Hikalo kicks long to just in front of me up here in the Royal Box. And it's Seiko to throw. Beautifully taken in the middle of the line out. And Jack Lind takes the ball up, but he's hit low and high. Cam Taylor there doing the damage. That's a lovely little dummy there from Filiki Tonga. Well held in the centre. I think that was Joe Pittons. Solomone Aniseko takes the ball on the charge, takes 3 men out, and Recycler bringing it right this time. That's Jack Lind again. That's skipper Ollie Spanswick. One thing you can be certain is both sides have got very impressive defensive records, and this game is going to be about who defends the best today. Not a good pass. And Seravato on the far wing, you can see, I think you might describe that as a look of disdain. He's probably just a little bit disappointed because he had an open run in front of him. So Aniseko to throw on a cut line out. At the moment, St Austell only have 3 players in there, 4 for Marlborough. And once again, Joe Maunder takes cleaning at the back, cleaned up by Cam Taylor, who's had a really fine season. That's Matt Shepherd, who's met with some force there by William Carlo. Shoved him back 6-7 metres. Advantage to Austell. I'm not sure what that means. Pulled out of a ruck perhaps. So Matt Shepherd has the opportunity to clear his lines after some concerted pressure from Marlborough, stung by that early try. So with 8 minutes gone, score is still St Austell 7, Marlborough 0.
Don't forget, folks, that food is available and cans of alcoholic drinks and soft drinks and frosties at the end of the stand.
So Miles Davey once again. He's gone twice to that man there, Mark Vine, and twice to that man there, Joe Maunder. And Marlborough decide not to contest the line out. And once again, Sam Parsons bangs it up, but he's met with some force there. Mark Vine unable to make any progress with that. Lovely little step. Looking for support now, so he needs somebody close to him, CJ Boyce. He finds it in the form of Matt Shepherd, who looks to go wide once again. Sam Parsons chips ahead. That's fairly easy to take. And Seravato wallops it down the field, and Conrad Woodsey unable to hold it. And you can see from the look on his face how disappointed he is. Not like him. St Austell's second leading try scorer after Matt Shepherd this season. So there'll be a scrum about 5 minutes inside their own half to Marlborough, and on the last one the Marlborough scrum had St Austell going backwards. So and with the absence of Dan Jobe, you can see coming on over there is Matt Boothby. Danjo given a yellow card. So James Clancy to put in. Well, some 11 minutes played, really nothing in it. Early on, opportunist try, taken very well by Fraser Nottle. Since then, I think it's fair to say that Marlborough probably had the edge, and certainly been quick round the park and prepared to run everything, and probably had the edge in the scrummage. Although I don't think they've had more than one line out, which was taken very cleanly by Henry Webster in the centre. James Clancy. Once again, it's a good scrummage, good set. My sincere apologies, our camera turned itself off there for a few moments, and then as it did so, Akariva Seravatu, number 11 for Marlborough, scored a try right out on the left hand side to make the score 7-5. So my sincere apologies, I don't know what happened there, it must have been a battery fault, but I've got it back and I'm hoping it stays in one piece. So, sorry, I missed that completely. Technical failure. I did warn you earlier on that sometimes it happens. And as we wait, I'm not sure who that is does the kicking. It could be, yeah, it looks to me like it's James Clancy, the scrum half, hoping to add the two to level the scores. And he certainly has. So 13 minutes gone. St Austell 7, Marlborough 7. Matt Shepherd to restart. St Austell, of course, down to 14 players in the absence of Dan Jobe. And I think they're just waiting for an injury on the far side to Sam Parsons, who's had a prominent role early on. Apologies once again. Busy elsewhere. Good tackle there. I think it was Joe Moore who made that one, and the knock on in the tackle means St Austell have a scrummage. Marlborough have a big front row here. Simon Pilkington, Solomoni, Anaseko and Lameke Moala, all big lads. I think particularly Moala on this side, up against Matt Boothby, who I think also is Cornwall under-20s player, so he must be under 20, or maybe he's 20 now. Let's see how he gets on. Did very well there. Ball comes out, Carl Marriott unable to pick it up, and it's pounced on. by James Clancy, looking for support, finds it. Lovely hands from Ollie Spanswick there. Handed off and just out the back door. Referee says no, holding on, and he's going to give 10. Rob Lowe for, looks to me like somebody asked a question inappropriately. Quite clear. Right, it looks to me like Dan Joe might be rejoining, yep, because Matt Boothby's making his way back off the park. I'm sure we'll be seeing that change over again a bit later in the game. Dan Joe, one of only 2 players in the St Austell side who did not come through the mini junior section, the other being player coach Carl Marriott, although they've both been here several seasons and joined in their own volition. Really proud achievement. So Miles Davey once again. He's had 2 options so far, he's got several more, and he goes to Vine at the front. Cam Taylor rolls dummies. He's caught by the Marlborough number 8. And Shepherd steps, looks to go himself, but he's well tackled. It's Miles Davey, lovely little dummy. That's Max Bullen penalised there, perhaps for not releasing on the ground. Really hard to see from here. So Lakati Manu will have the opportunity to clear his lines. Certainly kicking before the game. Kicked the ball a long way. There's a Kakariva Seravatu who scored a try which I completely missed because my camera died on 13 minutes to level the scores. So St Austell 7, Marlborough 7 with about 16 minutes played. That's look at the face of Lameki Moala over there. He looks at the referee and says, "What? That was straight." I think Ollie Spanswick, who passed the ball, knocked the ball backwards, might also disagree, but the referee's always right even when he's wrong. I think in Wales they describe the referees as God's boss. The breeze has picked up slightly. The flags at the far side are telling me right to left, flags on this side are saying left to right. Really swirling wind. It's predominantly southwesterly, that's from the right as we look, and you can see straight over the top there, really clear. That's Lakati Manu trying to get his hands on the ball. I think he just stumbled. So Matt Shepherd will have the chance to put the ball a bit further down the line and give St Austell an attacking opportunity. Here's Miles Davey. He's only used Matt Shepherd dummies, but he's caught and dumped. I think that's Ben Plummer looking that way. Matt Shepherd decides to have a little look himself, but I don't think it's. Whoa, that was certainly close. Referee's given it. Yeah, referee's given it. Matt Shepherd came in like a Exocet missile, and I think it was James Clancy stood waiting for the ball to stop rolling, and he might have just misjudged it, although he's claiming he got it down. So with 21 minutes gone, Matt Shepherd had scored St Austell's second try, moved the score on to 12 points to 7, and Matt himself has the opportunity, a difficult kick far out on the left here, with a swirling wind, to add 2 more. Giving it some clout, but he's pushed it right across to the right. There's Matt. And as we look, Sam Parsons is receiving, no it's not, it's Rory Jager receiving some attention for his knee there. I certainly want Rory to stay on, he's been the mainstay of this St Austell back row. Akolo to restart. Gives it some real air. Carl Marriott takes. Really well contested there. Ben Fulton got his hands in. Marriott not releasing. Lovely bit of play by the winger. You can see there Simon Pilkington congratulating him, saying what you're doing, that's my job. And Manu has the chance to stick the ball in the corner. She duly does. So Aniseko to throw. Might be looking for Henry Webster at the front. No, he goes longer. Bullock run by Loketi Manu, who's I think it's fair to say the boy's got a very low centre of gravity. He's a powerful runner, but referee indicated he knocked it on as he went down in the tackle. So it'll be the scrum to St Austell, about 5 metres inside their own 22, and you would imagine they want to clear their lines. Once again, apologies for the loss, complete loss of vision earlier on. I also missed Serabatu scoring in the far side in the left-hand corner. Lovely try, sheer pace. Technical fault, which I'm hoping is not going to happen again. There's Danjo playing loose head for St Austell, wearing 1. I had a 10-minute rest already in this half, but he certainly won't want any more of that. Representative Cornwall player, at least 2 seasons I know of, and a very formidable opponent. He's certainly got one there as well in the Mekimwala. That's a lovely scrum from the big try for Marlborough, going away and cleared by CJ Boyce. Wasn't much else he could do really. Characteristics of the first half, I think, has been increasing dominance of the Marlborough scrummage. If they haven't had St Austell going backwards, they've had them going sideways, and I think that one there was a good example. It's only a quick ball from CJ Boyce prevented a penalty there, I think. Still, Solomoni Aniseko with the chance to throw in. He goes to Skipper, can't take it cleanly, and it looks as though Charlie Nicholson half stole it, but he's lost it. That's Ollie Spanswick again, took the ball, went round the blind side. Hello. Props, dummy, and whatever next. Yeah. High tackle indicated there by the referee. And I think he might be having a word with the skipper here. Yes, he is. Ollie Spanswick, I don't think was a guilty party. They're having a word with both skippers actually. There's Ollie Spanswick with Mark Vine and referee Rob Lowe. Yes, he's saying there's one over there, another one here. Stop it, boys, or someone's in the bin. He certainly tested my lip reading skills. Yeah, it's quite clear, isn't it? No more of it. Go away. Talk to your boys. Any more high tackles, you will be penalised. There's Fraser Nottle in the background, just having a drink. He's scorer of St Austell's first try. On about 3 minutes, I think it was. And 10 minutes later, Akariva Siravati scored for Marlborough. And then a few minutes ago, about 5 minutes ago, Matt Shepherd, with an opportunist dive, just beat James Clancy to the ball. Unable to convert, so the score is St Austell 12, Marlborough 7. Matt Shepherd's gone open this side, right in the middle of the park. Oh, yeah, I think the first offence there was a knock on before the ball went out. So it'll be a scrum to St Austell, and as we speak I can see from here that Ben Fulton, no, he's on his feet, it's okay. Vice captain today. So St Austell will want to see some improvement in the scrummage. The last 2 or 3 have been tough for them. Up against a very big, strong front row. There's CJ boys, and Carl Marriott at the back there. Be looking for a quick ball, I think. Pick up. That's better from St Austell. Matt Shepherd gives it to Connery Woodsey, who is given a bit of a Tongan welcome there. Absolutely clattered. Gets up, runs, carries on. That's Manu again. Marlborough taking a few risks running for the road 22, but it's obviously their game. So half an hour played, still 12-7 to St Austell. Miles Davey to throw. Not sure what he's waiting for. Maybe for referees saying no. Have a gap, please, guys. Don't close it. Oh, he's waiting for Oscar Tamale just to rejoin the line there. That wasn't very straight either, but it's straight enough, I think. It's not my decision. That's a lovely break. Ben Plummer, and a lovely tackle there. There's Fraser Nottle looking for support. He's got from Max Bullen, who needs help himself. Yeah, I think there might be some trouble here for Siravatu. Yeah, I think that's quite clear. He went in recklessly there. Yeah. And the referee, I think, had already talked about high tackle. I'm not sure he was high. He just came in at the side. Let's just, yeah, it's yellow. It's our 2-try scorer, and he won't be playing any further part in this half. And I think that's Max Bullen who's got the worst of that. Yeah, he's in trouble. Let's hope he's all right, Max. He's grimacing. One of those players I think he's struggled a little bit with injury this season. So he had a broken finger, he had a hamstring problem. But when he's playing, my goodness, he's a lovely player to watch. Super runner, all the skills. He's struggling as Max. So Max Bullen has to leave the field. It's a sad sight. And I think Archie Bees has probably come on as a straight replacement at fullback. Yep, it looks that way. Let's hope Max is okay. I make it about 7 minutes to half time, and Matt Shepherd looking, put the ball in the corner for another attacking opportunity to St Austell. This was always going to be a tight game, and it most certainly is. Both sides had players in the bin for 10. Austell just in the lead after an opportunist try from Matt Shepherd. It's a good maul, it's a good maul. You've got to keep that moving. If they want to score it, referee's talking. CJ Boyce looks both ways. And he's always calling his players in. Come on, come on, come on. And they're arriving. There's Ben Plummer. Marlborough defence has been solid. And as you can see there, Simon Pilkington rescuing them. Matt Shepherd has a look, does a bit of dancing, can't make it. There's Ben Plummer again, or is it Sam Parsons? I think it's Ben Plummer. CJ Boyce looking for someone on his shoulder. It's Dan Jobe. He's close. And you can see the referee playing advantage, bringing them back. Yeah, brings them back to, I'm not sure what the offence was. Number 3 is indicating, which is Lemeki Mawala. And Matt Shepherd standing over the ball. I think it maybe was offside. So St Austell, I think, yeah, corner, line out. That's what Shep does. You could probably bet your mortgage on this going to Marta Vine at the front or Joe Maunder at the back. Yeah, Vine it is. They can't hold it cleanly, and the ball comes out. CJ Boyce does the rescuing. But I think Marlborough have a line out there. No, first of all was a knock on by St Austell, so there'll be a scrummage. No, it is a line out, my mistake. This time Carl Marriott takes it clean in the middle. Oh dear. I think Ben Fulton thought that was his birthday, he just passed straight to him. That's a lovely clearance. Guglielmo Hakalo did the sensible thing, get it off the park. I think once again Marlborough have shown why their defensive record this season has been so impressive. So Austell hammered away at their line there and they couldn't get them all over the line. Left, right, still couldn't score. Shep decides to chip for the corner. Looks like the fullback kept the ball. Archer Bees is in there. Ooh. Carlo looks. And as the ball came down here, referee brings them back for a penalty to Marlborough. I think he's indicating for offside. Laketi Manu has the chance to clear his lines again. Slight tailwind. I think he's expected to make some marge there. He certainly has. Lovely kick. So there's Solomonu Aniseka with the ball. Being prominent in the loose today. Finds his club captain. And the referee once again says that wasn't straight. I don't think the Marlborough front row will be too bothered. They've had the edge in the scrummage and they certainly seem to relish it. What it does is eat up the clock, and St Austell leading 12 points to 7. Half time approaching. I make it about 2 or 3 minutes, but not my watch that matters. It's that man there, referee Rob Lowe. That's another lovely drive. Cameron Marriott tries to clean up and he's caught. Shows you a second bite of the cherry, and looks to me like the counter ruck has worked really well. Certainly has. It's Simon Pilkington. It's Aniseko again. And number 8 James Lind has a run. That's the St Austell 22 there. Cam Taylor rubbing his bonds. Cam Taylor came back, and Matt Shepherd has a chance to have a run. He's got somebody, Benny Vicitalo, on his tail. Is he going to catch him? I think he might do. He certainly has, and Matt kicks ahead, hoping that Fraser Knott will get there, and he has. Absolute delight over there, you can see that. Well played, Matt Shepherd. Protestations, I think, to one or two of the Marlborough players. I think indicating that maybe the whistle had gone, but the referee said he was playing advantage. So Fraser Knottle gets his second try just before half time, and they do tell you that's a good time to score. I never understood that. I'm sure any time's a good time to score. and Matt Shepherd has the opportunity from way out on the right hand side there to add 2. And I think this might be just possibly the last action of the first half. So Matt Shepherd, who had the 2, take the score into 19 points to 7 if he gets this. I think you can tell from the crowd that disappointed. Pulled it across to the right. Score remains St Austell 17. 2 tries to Fraser Nottle, 1 to that man Matt Shepherd, and Marlborough 7. A long way to go. So Laketi Manu will restart. Still time to play. Referee, I think several stoppages. 2 yellow cards, probably has a few minutes on, but close to half time now. There's Solomoni Aniseko. Having a really good game so far. Very prominent to lose. It's a bit more like it. Jack Lint met by Dan Jobe. Oh, they got man outside, and he holds on. All we got to do is keep going, and he's going to score. That is absolutely just what Marlborough needed just before the break. Lovely break there. Solomoni Aniseko finding James Clancy to narrow the scores to 17-12 with a conversion to come. There he is, James Clancy. I think he might even be attempting to convert his own try. Yes, he is. He did really well to hold that ball. So James Clancy to add the 2. Hits it hard and well, just off to the left, and that will be the final act of the first half. With the score, St Austell 17, Marlborough 12. At half time, absolutely everything to play for in this game. I'm going to leave you for a few minutes, but I'll be back after the half time break with the second half.
If you've got tickets for the 50-50, now is the time to get them out.
Right, welcome back to the second half. St Austell against Marlborough. Half-time score is St Austell 17, Marlborough 12. 2 tries for Fraser Nottle and 1 for Matt Shepherd for St Austell. 2 absolute cracker from James Clancy at the end there, and another beauty by left winger Akaravira Siravatu, who also found himself in the bin for 10 minutes just before half-time. He might even be on again now. Yes, he is. Right below me. So here we go, second half underway. Oh, Joe Maunder missed it completely. Carl Marriott says, I'll help you out. But it went forward. As I said in the first half, there's a swirling wind here. It's sort of, as you look, it's going right to left from the clubhouse side. And on this side of the pitch, the flags are going the other way, left to right. I don't think there's any particular advantage to any of the teams. There is a very slight slope right to left, so if that makes a difference, it's in Marlborough's favour in this half. Only 1 score behind, 5 points behind, absolutely everything to play for, and this is an area of the game where they have excelled in the tight. Tackle by Ben Plummer there. I think it's probably the only way you're ever going to stop Lakati Manu is get him round down below the knees. And as he did so, the ball went forward. So it'll be a St Austell scrum on this side, Charlie Nicholson up against Simon Pilkington. And on the far side, Lameki Mawala contesting with Dan Jobe. That's a better scrummage for St Austell, locked out there. It gives CJ Boyce and Matt Shepherd the chance to get the ball down the field. It only gets as far as Siravatu. You know what he's going to do, you can see it a mile away. He's not going to kick it, is he? Ketimanu there, attempting to stop Fraser Nottle, put the ball in quickly. The referee says you can't do that, just behave yourself. Good refereeing, didn't do anything more than that. So, Miles Davey to throw. As Cam Taylor takes it on himself. That man's on the wrong side, you can see that. And there's chat back to the referee for some reason, and he marches St Austell 20 metres down the park. Yeah, in the line out, be quiet, don't bicker at me. You'd imagine the players at this level would perhaps know better. And you can be damn sure that player coach there, Carl Marriott, will be livid about that. So, as a consequence, St Austell have gone from an attacking position inside the Marlborough half to defending about, I'd imagine 15 metres from their line. And it's Aiko to throw. I'm sure CJ Boyce wasn't expecting that, but Anateko just brushed him apart aside. Matt Shepherd clears. And there'll be another line out in much the same place. Obviously set move off the training park, taken in the middle, pop back down to the front player, and then a rolling ball Number 8 comes away with it, and they're very close indeed. That's a lovely try. Taken beautifully on the charge there by Viliami Carlo to level the scores. There's a lesson in that, I think, that's at Austell. Don't argue with the ref. And James Clancy has the opportunity to add the 2 to put Marlborough ahead for the first time in this game. The score currently tied at 17 each, 3 tries apiece. Try to score himself, of course, James Clancy. Hit that really well. Right down the centre. So it's an Austell behind for the first time in this game. 17 points to 19. Archibald has an opportunity, but he's very well caught there by Seravatu, and he holds on.
Come on, boys!
Ollie Spanswick
Come on! Keep it going!
looks to make a quick tap, but the referee said you're in the wrong place, so let's come back. And I think what will happen now is Laketi Manu will probably just stick the ball in the corner, and we'll try and see a duplication of the previous try. There aren't many times in the season St Austell have been behind. They lost two games in the regular season, but they tend to have been a second half team. You would hope that, as if you're a St Austell supporter, that they can raise their game once again, because they've been squeezed. Shep kicks, but fullback, lovely little run, looking for support. James Clancy can't hold on. The referee's not playing advantage for that. That was with Filikitonga, who took the ball forward, found the support. Unfortunate. It is pretty cold out here actually. The wind's a bit chilly. You can probably hear through my microphone that the wind's picked up quite considerably, and it's now blowing right to left as we look. That's a lovely scrummage by Marlborough, absolutely mullered it, but unfortunately number 8 Jatlin couldn't hold on, so the referee will bring him back for another scrum to St Austell, and referees just stopping the game there for an injury. I think it's to Mark Voyan, the St Austell skipper.
Same again, boys! Come on!
Yeah, there he is. Certainly won't want him off the park. Taking his time. Well, that's great. Mark's okay. I think he's probably shaken but not stirred, Mr. Vine. He's a tough cookie. Sheep farmer, of course. And there in Gorran. And he resumes his normal place in the second row, where he would hope to provide a bit of steel so that St Austell don't go backwards on this scrummage. It's been the source of Marlborough's possession, I think, as a tight five have been very impressive. There's some big boys out there. And once again, big scrum. Miles Davey pops up. The referee has no choice but to award a penalty. That's an enormous scrummage. And it's right in front of the posts, and I suspect James Clancy will go for goal.
Come on, boys!
Currently, Marlborough leads 17-19. This would be the score in 17-22, which means St Austell would have to have a converted try to retake the lead. You never like to say they're easy kicks, but this one's pretty straightforward. Right, 27 metres out, wind behind him, kicks it beautifully. So penalty to James Clancy moves the score on to 17-22. 3 tries apiece. Difference is 1 conversion and 1 penalty. Matt Shepherd to restart. Tane Seiko takes the ball. I think he might have lost it in the tackle though. Yes, he has, because Mark Vine comes away. He's well tackled by Ollie Spanswick. He's been all over the park this afternoon. Matt Shepherd kicks for Fraser Knottle. Seiko throws. He finds Arthur Allen at the front of the line out there, and Ollie Spanswick comes away with the ball. Fraser Knottle unable to take it. Ball goes into touch for Marlborough line out on the 10 metre line. No, he's indicating it's a knock on first, so it'll be a scrummage. unable to move that big front row. And that's a simple pass. And that's the first chance I think that Joe Pittams has had to show his paces today. Rescued in the end there. And St Austell looked to go wide. But not the best pass from Matt Shepherd. So there'll be a line out on the far side. Although I think the referee's indicating there's a knock on, bring them back. The last scrum like this, defensive scrum, St Austell found themselves conceding a penalty. And this time, pushing early, says the ref. So St Austell gaining the penalty, but it's an area of concern. Well, something's amusing Miles Davey over there while the referee has a quick chat with the captains. I don't think he's referring to me, it must mean something over here. So Miles Davey to throw. That's one of the areas where St Austell have had the edge today. He's in the line out, and once again Mark Vine takes the ball cleanly. Matt Shepherd hoping to make some yards here, but Joe Pittams had read that all the way and indicated they're tackling without the ball in the centre. So once again, Matt Shepherd will have the chance to perhaps move the ball into the Marlborough half, where St Austell have not had much opportunity in this half. This time Carl Marriott takes it in the middle. St Austell looking to get a more moving forward. It's not an area they've had lots of success with today. Those big Marlborough forwards have defended really well. It's Matt Shepherd looking to get wide. He's got Connery Woodsy, but he has three men in front of him. He's dancing left and right. There's not much space. I think that's Hector Bright who's joined the fray. Yeah, referee's indicating offside. Didn't roll away. Shep goes early. Referee says no, wrong place. Bring it back. Now I don't know if St Austell would elect for a scrum. They're probably going to put it in the corner. They're only about 5 or 6 metres out. And there's Rob Lowe indicating you must roll away in the tackle. I think he was, that's what he was saying earlier on to the skippers, that it's been slowing the game down. People lying on the ball after the tackle, you've got to be sharper. Miles Davey finds Mark Ryan, and St Austell look to get the ball moving. But Marlborough get in behind. It looks to me like Dan Jobe's got his hands on the ball, and the referee says he's got it down. You can see from here that's a delight. Yeah, Dan Jobe gets up with the ball. That man Dan, proper Jobe. Modest as ever, look at that smile. Brought forward try that, if ever there was one. That levels it up again. My goodness, this is a game and a half, isn't it? We all knew it was going to be close. That's really probably St Austell's first serious attacking opportunity in this half, and they've managed to level it all up at 22 apiece, with the conversion to come from Matt Shepherd. He's missed 2 today, Matt, but none of the kicks have been easy. Not just the distance, it's the swirling wind, and the ones that have been successful, the one absolutely cracker from Clancy, but the others have been in front of the post. This is wide out on the left, probably a good, I imagine 35 metres with the angle, and I want to restore the lead if he gets it. No. So, midway through the second half, 22 apiece. Any sort of victory will put the side in the driving seat. That's knocked on by Joe Maunder. And I think the ref's going to give him back for the scrummage. You can see how difficult that is, that ball in the air, swirling around. All of the Marlborough backs have gone to the right, including the left winger, Seravatu. So it's quite clearly what their plan is to get him involved with the ball. There's Manu. Will take some stopping. Once again, Clancy has players left and right. He goes to his skipper, Bobby Spanswick, who's had a very fine game today. He really has been all over the place in attack and defence. Henry Webster has a run, and Jack Limp supports him. They've got men over here. There's Simon Pifflin. We changed the ball well. They have an overlap. Yeah, that's a beauty, absolute cracker. Good defence though from Matt Shepherd. Last line, and he's still there, made a second tackle. And it looks like St Austell come away with the ball. Matt Shepherd, after a sterling defensive effort, gets the ball away. You can hear the home support there getting behind their boys. This is so close. And my guess is it's going to come down to one score, one way or the other, either a mistake or a bit of outstanding skill, or maybe a penalty. It's really hard to say, but it's been so close all the way through. Both sides defended really well, taking chances, and there really is nothing in it. Taken off the top there by Arthur Allen, and then knocked on. I think maybe it wasn't straight and he's opted to have the line again. And there's Miles Davey. You think he's going to go to VAR? Yes, he does. Once again, Marlborough letting him have it. Well, Sam Parsons evades the tackle. No, it's Ben Plummer, beg your pardon. But CJ Boyd, you can see there that Jack Lint is well offside. And it's Marlborough's turn to walk backwards this time, after St Austell were being guilty on 3 occasions. And I think Matt Shepherd's probably going to put this in the corner. Although he's waiting, I think, for see what happens to Mark Vine, who's nursing an injury, I think. There's Joe Maunder, replacement fullback after Max Bullen was injured early in the first half. Right, apologies for that slight delay. Just making sure my computer gets to the end there. The battery was showing us very low. So it's a nice line out, about 15 metres out. Oh, well disrupted there, but it comes back to Cam Taylor has the chance to rescue it. Matt Shepherd looking, steps one, but he's met by Jack Lint there, who uncompromising, I think it's fair to say. Try scorer Dan Jobe. Looks like he lost the ball. That's a big boot. Comes right down to Archie Bees, who can't take it. Taken beautifully by Carl Marriott in the centre there. There's Sam Parsons, but he's tackled really well. That was Viliami Hikalo. Matt Shepherd's found no room to run at all today. He's had so little space, he's been put under pressure. You know what he's going to do? Oh, he chips it. I'm amazed. Oh, high tackle there. And the referee goes straight to his pocket. And you can see straight away 17. I think that is Dom Roccamakisa. I think he's going to be a yellow card for that. Yeah, there was no intent. Matt went down, but it was dangerous. Not long joined the fray. Referee's been very strict on high tackles today. No option there, I think. So right on the Marlborough 22, Miles Davey to throw. He's hit that man all day, but not that time. And once again, Marlborough show their intent. Although I think Lacattimano decided, let's use the wind, play down there. Shep's on the side step, we can see that coming. Oh, Archie has the opportunity. Well played, young man. Well, he can gallop. That's Joe Mulder. He can also run for a second row forward. There's Hector Bright. I think. Oh, Matt Shepherd lost the ball in the tackle there. You can see for the state of Matt's shoulders, he's disappointed with himself. James Clancy pats him on the back, so don't worry. Referee just calling a halt for a few minutes because Marlborough skipper Ollie Spanswick needs some attention. He's probably been their standout player, I think, today. I can see from here it's not that serious, and Ollie's making his way back to the forwards there. He's all right. Magic Sponge did its job. Good news for everybody. There he is. So it will be a scrum to Marlborough. It's an area where they've, without doubt, had the upper hand today. We don't know the weights, the pack weights, but I think it's fair to say that Marlborough probably have a slightly heavier pack. James Clancy waits, and he lets Jack Lint pick up. That's weird, Philly Katonga again. He's got some wheels. Matt Shepherd doing a flanker's job there, but he's going to bring him back. I think St Austell, yeah, St Austell stopped the ball from being released. CJ Boyce and Matt Shepherd showing the forwards how it should be done. Now the forwards have got the job of stopping the steamrolling pack of Marlborough, who've had they've had the upper hand, there's no doubt about it. If you look at some of their front row, they're big boys. Simon Pickleton there with Solomoni Aniseko and Lameki Morala. CJ Boyce will be keen to get this in and get it out quickly, and I think with probably 10 minutes to go or so, they'll be looking to playing the other end of the field. There's Conor Woodsey, who's not had any chance to show his pace today. CJ boys, well tackled by James Clancy, wrapped him up. Shepard just pops it to Ben Plummer. He knew that there was no way through the cover, so he was looking for the counter ruck. Skipper Mark Vine, tackled by Aniseko. Oh, looks like Matt might have been injured there. No, he's all right. He's okay. He's a very, very fit young man. And once again, referee Rob Lowe is going to have a chat with the skippers. And once again, my lip reading skills fail me, but he's counting on his fingers and saying that many times. And it will be a St Austell scrum. Ollie Spanswick looks bemused. So St Austell have an attacking opportunity just outside Marlborough 22. And really at this stage in the game, with the scores tied at 22 each, there is absolutely everything to play for both teams. That's another fantastic scrummage, but the ball came down so quickly. As Archie Bees feeds Ben Plummer, he's looking for help, but he hasn't got it. Now the cavalry arrive. Oh, Carl Marriott can't hold on. No, not Carl Marriott. There's some tired bodies out there. I don't ever recall seeing Miles Davey knock a ball on. And you can see from his face how disappointed he is. And across to the right, one of the Marlborough players looks to me like he's nursing a shoulder injury. The touch judge is in there, and Akariva Seravatu, he's standing over. Yeah, doesn't look good, does it? You can tell from the way he's moving his legs. That's a real shame. Can't see who it is. Yeah, I'd imagine that he's going to probably find his way off. Touch judge having a word with the ref. No suggestion of foul play, I don't think. Well, I'm very pleased to see that Ben Fulton's back on his feet. I think he took a knock, but he looks all right. Yeah, he's a knock on his shoulder. It could be a stinger. But he's electing to stay on. No, I don't. I think actually he might be going off. Yes, he is. And yeah, he's leaving the field. He's walking around the other side because he's hurt his shoulder, which means that I'm not sure who will replace him, because Marlborough had one of their players in the bin. Could be Callum Hunt, I think, 18, who I think has already rejoined on the far side. So it will be a Marlborough scrum from the knock on. And you just know that they will elect to run. Joe Pittams, but that might be a high, yeah. Yellow card, Matt Shepherd. Is it Matt Shepherd? Yes, it is. That's probably the last play they want to lose. Referee's been absolutely consistent on the high tackles. If he deems in any way it's dangerous, you will be shown a card. So St Austell have to reorganise. My guess is that Archie beat no. I don't know who's going at fly half. Hard to see from here because at the moment it's a St Austell line out anyway. Or if he's going to make them do it again because there's no gap. It's a Marlborough line out. So Solomono and Isego to throw in. And currently St Austell have two flankers standing in the number 10 position. Hector Bright takes it off Miles Davey, and St Austell have an opportunity again. There's Mark Vine looking for help. Anything will do here, penalty try, anything at all, just to get in front. Sam Parsons finds Archie Bees. Fraser Knottle, but he's well tackled. There's some tired legs out there. Oh, that's a penalty. Right in front of the posts, not releasing. And you can see from the reaction of the Marlborough players, there's some exasperation there, although Simon Pilkington is sensibly just saying, come on guys, calm down, time left. So you would imagine in this position that, that Archie Bees will kick for goal. He's looking to his skipper. Yeah, he's going to go for goal. Puts St Austell back into lead. The score is currently 22 each. Just remind you, in the last game, St Austell won 20-25 away to Matson. And Marlborough beat Chippenham 48-15. So Archie Bees left-footed to put Saints back into the lead. Which he has. It's not over yet, folks. Stay with us. Don't turn off, whatever you do. Absolutely not over yet. Referee's looking at his watch. He's indicating him. Looked to me like he put up 5 fingers, but that doesn't mean anything to me from here. Saying Manu to restart. Taken very cleanly by Mark Vine, and he goes into touch. Referee's having a good long look at his watch, and I just have a horrible feeling this could be the last play. So if it is the last play, Marlborough are going to go for it, aren't they? Well, they've done it all day. Taken by Hector Bright, ball went right over the top. And I think CJ Boyce is just going to get rid. No, can't marry it. Does a sensible thing. Still going. Dan Job in the support. Yeah, went backwards to the red. Play on. Charlie Nick has a run. Can't be the last play because they kicked it off the park. Oh dear. Well played, Simon Pilkington, right over the top there, stole the ball, lovely bit of play. And James Clancy says, let's go for it. Stay with us. Jack Lidd makes a good 15 metres there, looking for close support. That's Manu. He's got his speed boys outside. That's Katonga. Henry Webster takes the ball. Who's there to tackle him but Miles Davey? And Hakala goes at the blind side, looking once again. That's Katonga again. This guy's got some wheels, he really has. And the referee's indicating a penalty to St Austell for crossing. And as you can see from here, there's some tired boys out there. They really are. They've given everything today, both teams have. There's been nothing in it, and it isn't over yet. So Archie Bees will put the ball down the line, but not before the referee comes back, has a quick word. I think it might be Carl Marriott. Yes, it is. He's receiving attention to his hand. He looks okay. There's young Archie. I think he might just be 20 now, but his mum's very proud of him today. As poor his hands on head. I think he ages about 5 years for every game he watches. There's Max pulling on his back down there. Such a shame that Max got injured early on. So it'll be a St Austell line out, and you can be reasonably sure that Miles Davey will be looking to Mark Vian. He's done that most of the day, although Joe Maunder's been another target. Don't forget, Marlborough have not lost this season. St Austell lost 2. Taken by Joe Maunder, lovely take over the top. Charlie Nick drives straight. I think St Austell are looking probably to just run down the clock, and Simon Pilkington once again gets in the way. Whoa! Charlie Nicholson kicks it off, and the referee says it's not over. He thought the time was up, and it wasn't, so it'll be a line out. But there can't be long left. Once again, the referee checks his watch. Rob Lowe. Score is 25-22 to St Austell. It's last chance saloon for Marlborough, but they are going to go for it. You just know it. They've done it all day. Beautiful take by St Austell. They have the ball. And knock on. Referee blows his whistle. And you can see, look at the St Austell players. Wow. They know how big this is for them. Against a fabulous side from Marlborough. That's a very big win. 25 points to 22. Look at complete disappointment on the Marlborough team, who dominated possession, dominated territory, scored the same number of tries, and Matt Shepherd's kick did it. Sorry, my big apology. Archie Bees' penalty was the difference between the two teams in the end. What a fantastic game. Thank you so much indeed for joining us. Just to remind you, next week, third round in this competition, Saints will travel to Chippenham and Marlborough travel to Matson. So it certainly ain't over yet. What a fantastic game today. St Austell 25, Marlborough 22. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.